Right, and good morning and welcome to grade 8 class. By studying this lesson, what you will be able to know. One thing is represent a ratio as a fraction. Determine continued ratios, and then what we will learn is do some sums problems involving continued ratios. Let's say a sandwich is there. We divide that among you and your sister, right? If you divide equally, what fraction you will get? Two parts are there, so you will be getting one part only, correct? One part only out of two parts, right? That's how we have told, right? That's a fraction. You divided the sandwich into two and you got one and your sister got one. That means 1/2 in fractions, right? This is how we studied in fraction, how we divided into two. Same thing like that. If you have a pizza like this, if you divide this into four like this, and you might have got, and four parts we divided, right? One part you are getting for you, another for your sister, another for your brother, right? Another for your father. So you get what portion here? You will be getting 1/4, right? Divided into 4, you are getting 1/4, right? One of the four. Fractions I'm talking about. Your father is going to get 1/4, right? This is how you get. If you're talking in ratios, we can say that you and your sister divided this in 1:1. One part you got, and another part you got, your sister got. So in ratios, if you are talking, we talk 1:1. We call 1:1, right? Is two is we call this way. So you got one part and your sister got one part. Both got equal parts, right? Equal parts. Correct? 1:1 we call equal parts. I can say this one, if I'm just dividing this same sandwich, four parts like this, two parts for you and two parts for after dividing into four. So we can say this as 2:2 also, correct? 2:2. Two parts you got, you gave to a sister, and two parts you got. So 2:2. But in other words, the same thing, correct? Half you got, half she got, right? Half you got and half she got. So we can say 2:2 is 1:1 also. We divided into four. We divided into four. Two you got and your sister you got two. So 2:2. Here I can divide this into more parts. Sorry, like this. I can divide into more parts like this. But still you are getting all these small parts for you. So now we have divided that into 1, 2, 3, 4. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be, you will be getting like this. That is 4:4. All same, correct? All same. Here 1:1, 2:2, 1:2, 4:4. All same. Okay, I have this one, let's say this is my square type of sandwich. I gave 1, 2, 3 for you. 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3 for you. I gave to you. And only fourth part I am giving to your sister, right? I am giving to your sister. Now, if you ask me what's the ratio you divided that? If you are giving in fraction, how you will tell? You and your sister, fraction. What's your part and what's your sister's part in fraction? 3/4, right? Your sister has got 1/4 only. That means this one, if you are going to represent in ratios, how you got? Ratio, how can you tell? You and your sister, it's going to be like this. You got three parts and your sister got one part. 3:1. If I'm dividing this same thing like So 8 parts I divide, same thing, right? I can give any number of things like this for you. You get these 3 parts. Let's say you get 1, 2, 3 parts. You get these 3 parts. Okay, your sister is getting another 3 part. Your sister is getting another 3 part. Your brother is getting remaining 2 parts. Now, how I will tell the ratios? We can tell this ratio as
3:3:2.
yes, 3:2. So you is this one, your sister is this one, your brother is this one. So the ratios are going to be 3:3:2. So you can see there is a connection between ratio and fractions are there. Now we can say, if you are saying what fraction you got, what fraction you might have got, fraction, you can tell me, you, your sister, your brother, what are the fractions they got, each of you?
3/8.
Yes, you got 3/8, right? Your sister also got 3/8, and your brother got, right? Your brother got 2/8. But can you see some relationship? Now we see 3:3:2. Now if you say ratios became 3:3:2, right? Your fraction is going to be 3/8, 3/8, 2/8. Can you see 3 plus 3 plus 2? 3 plus 3 plus 2. How much it becomes? 6 plus 2, it's going to be, total is going to be 8, correct? If you take the portions, if you add the portions, it's going to be 8. That's the portion we divided by, correct? Here, you can see that's the portion we have divided with. So that's a connection. You can see the ratio and this part is. When you make a concrete, or when you make concrete, there is a mixture is made. Most of the time the mixture will be different ways. If you take one portion of cement, 3 portions of sand is mixed with 4 portions of gravel is mixed, we call this scenario as 1:3:4. 1 cement, 3 sand, 4 gravel, right? 4 gravel. So this is we call 1:3:4 ratio, right? If you are going to get a total of this one, if you are going to get a total of in fractions, I just don't want to keep on telling about fraction, but this one last I will tell you. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I am going to tell cement is going to be 1/8, right? Sand is going to be 3/8, right? And gravel is going to be 4/8, correct? These are the ones we got. Ratio is 1:3:4. Now, if I am going to ask you here, 1:3:4, we told, right? If I'm adding here one more same like this, one more part, right? If I'm adding one more part like the cement, how much sand I have to add? If I'm adding one portion of cement here additionally, how much sand I will have to add? We need to add 3 more, because we said 3 sands only will go together, right? 3 sands I'll have to add, because if you add 1 cement, you have to add 3 sand. So I have to add 3 sands here. So how much gravel I have to add? How much gravel? Yes, 4 gravel I have to add if I'm adding. So 4 gravel I added. So if I'm going to ask you new ratios, how the ratios are going to be. So this is the first time I had the ratio. Now new ratio is going to be what? New ratio is going
2:6:8.
2:6:8. I can do many things like this. I can add, if I'm adding again another cement, I have to add 3 more sand, 4 more gravel. That means what is the next relationship I can make here? What is the next relationship I can make? If I'm making 3 here, what are the other things? 3 is to 9 is to 12. So all are same only, right? All are same. All are same means if you take divide, the division is going to be same only, right? All gives the same idea. What is the ratio? Who gets what? What is what? What's the portion compared to total you can get? I was telling about this one. 1 and 2 and 3. Are they same? 1, 2, 3. Are they same? If I'm going to add here second cement I added, what will be the fraction here? 2 by what? I had 8 already. It's going to be after that all will be added 16, correct? 2 by 16. This is going to be 6. I have got 6, right? 6 by 16, right? I got here as 8. 8 by 16. Are you okay with this? 2 by 16, 8 by 6 by
Yes.
16, 8 by 16, right? All same. Now 1 by 8 and 2 by 16, are they equal? 1 by 8 and 2 by 16, are they equal? Are they equal or not? Are they
No,
equal
sir.
or not? They are equal only because we said equivalent fractions. See what we have done here, equivalent fractions. I just reminding you about equivalent fraction. You can see this one is multiplied by 2, right? If you multiply the numerator by 2, you have to multiply the same by 2. Multiply by 2 means you got, so this equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction means they are equal only, not different. Equivalent fractions are equal in amount. Now I'll take another example. Okay, I'm just taking another example here. 1 by 2. 1 by 2. What is the equivalent fraction for 1 by 2? 2 by 4 is equivalent. These are the two equivalent fractions. I can make many equivalent fractions. If this one is multiplied by 2, numerator is multiplied by 2, you have to multiply the denominator also by 2. Then only we can make equivalent fraction, right? So if you take 1 by 2, divide and check, this will be 0.5. Divide and check 0.5. This also you divide and check 0.5, right? I can make many equivalent fractions like this, many equivalent fractions. This one I multiply by 3, this will become 3. So if you multiply that one by 3, I can multiply this also by 3, it's going to be 6. So all these 3 are equivalent fractions. I can make many, numerator and denominator. I can multiply and get same, guys. Value is same, only it looked different, but values are same. This is what we called equivalent fractions. Same like that here also we added this cement, 1 cement. That means we had to add 3 sand, and that means it has to be added with 4 gravels. That will work out for this as this one. I just showed you this one. So this one and this one are equal as this also. All these 3 parts are equal only. All these ratios are equal. So these are the equivalent ratios, or equivalent fractions, and equivalent ratios are equal, right? I just want you to write equivalent fractions for this. Right now you see that here we can see this one, 2 by 2 is to 5. Can you give me the equivalent ratio for this? 2 is to 5. What is the equivalent ratio? I can tell 4 is to 10. 4 is to 10. I multiply this by 2, multiply by this 2. I can get 4 is to 10. That's how we got earlier also. Yeah, 6
6 is
by
to
6 is to 15 also you can tell. 6 is to
8 is
15.
to 20. 8
Yes.
is to 20.
8 is to 20 also you can say. All these are equivalent ratios. That's all. The amount will be equal. That means divided, you can divide more portions, you will get just more parts. But the amount, as I told you, sandwich was divided into 2, you got half half. But if same thing was divided into 4 and you were given 2, same thing only you got, correct? It's not more. It can be divided into small parts into 8, but you are getting same. So same thing. The ratios are same. Here equivalent ratios are same. It's not different. So try to get the answers for these two things. Like this one you can work out, right? You can work out. Now my question for this for you is not this one. Next one. What can you give a simplest form of this? What is the simplest form? This is simplest form. I was talking about the simplest forms in fractions sometimes, but where here also we can give this as simplest forms. What may be the simplest forms for this?
2 by 5.
Yes, 2 by 5, right? If you divide this by 3 and divide this by 3, you will get equal 2:5. After this, you can't divide, right? So if I ask you for this one, what will be the simplest form?
4 by 10.
4 by 10 is not the simplest. 4 by 10 also you can tell, 4:10 also you can tell, but not the simplest. Still you can divide this one by 2 by 5. This divide by 2, this divide by 2 means 2 by 5. Can you get more than this divide? Can you divide more than this? No, we can't divide more than that. So you can find the answers like this for many of them. So we will stop this from this. I'll give you this. Try these questions are there in your book also. Try these parts, okay, and give me the answers. Right? Thanks for attending. We'll meet on the next class.